Let's geek out on some gear, shall we? Today, guys, we're going to be checking out Wes Borland'S gear through the years. Alright guys, what's going on? My name's Ray, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video. Today, we're going to be talking guitar gear from another infamous legend of the late 90s, Wes Borland. Say what you want about Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst, but man, I think Wes Borland is criminally underrated, man. I think he is an absolute killer rhythm player with some very awesome ambience and nuanced tricks that a lot of people did not think of at the time, and it still kind of holds up today, man. He's got a very unique style, and I think the kind of like hate of Limp Bizkit overshadows his actual technical and creative playing style. So for this video, we're going to go right from 97 $3 bill, y'all, all the way to Gold Cobra, and then a little bit since then. There really hasn't been much. There's not been another album or anything, but more of the same from Gold Cobra and to today's present time, you know what I mean? So without further ado, let's talk about $3 bill, y'all. So guys, I did so much research on Wes Borland's first guitar, his guitar of choice, and what he recorded $3 bill, y'all, on, but I could not find the specific model, man. I have looked everywhere. If you know it, leave it down below in the comments. But what I do know is that in '97, right when Limp Bizkit released $3 bill, y'all, that's when Wes Borland became endorsed with Ibanez. He used a 6-string on the recording of $3 bill, y'all, and then as soon as they went on tour with Korn, and Korn was all about the 7-string and the Ibanez, you know, whole scene, that's when Wes Borland was basically given 2 7-string Ibanezes, and then he used them from 97 all the way through 99 exclusively. The guitars that Ibanez did in fact give Wes Borland were Ibanez Universe guitars, so I'm assuming the guitar on $3 bill, y'all, is in fact an Ibanez 6-string, but I cannot confirm. If you guys know, leave it down below. For the late 90s, from 97 through 99, the first 2 albums, Wes Borland used solely Mesa Boogie amplifiers, the dual rectifier and triple rectifiers. So let's knock those out right now. This brings us to Significant Other, my second favorite album of this band. I absolutely love Significant Other. It's a guilty pleasure, but it does have some awesome songs, and it has some very cool and interesting gear on this album. Let's talk about it. So Ibanez then gave Wes Borland 2 custom Ibanez RG guitars. The first had the electronic layout of an AX7521, which was 2 volume knobs that tune tones rather than the traditional RG with 1 volume, 1 tone. And then he also had the LG Bragg's piezo system in his other guitar. This guitar can be seen on a YouTube video. I'll leave a picture of the still image right here from that video. But basically, it was an RG with a piezo system and a Floyd Rose. Very cool video. If you have not seen it, check it out. Just type in Wes Borland piezo system. These 2 guitars can be seen all over the press stuff, whether it's Guitar One magazine or Woodstock. These 2 RGs were the main guitars used on Significant Other's tour cycle. They were not the only guitars though. Wes Borland used an Ibanez musician guitar, and this guitar was converted to only need 4 strings, and this guitar can be seen at Woodstock again, and was most notably used for Nookie. Alright, this brings me to my favorite album of this band, Chocolate Starfish Hot Dog Flavored Water, the 2000 era, the era when Wes Borland ultimately left the band. This album, guys, when it came out, I was 8 years old, and it was absolutely huge. I think it still holds the record, the fastest rock album to sell 1 million albums. I think it sold 1 million albums in the first week. Like, absolutely blew up, man. And rightfully so. Say what you want about the band, but that album is huge, and I love it so much. For the amps, so the Chocolate Starfish Hot Dog Flavored Water, Wes Borland used a Roland JC120 combo amp for all his clean stuff, and then for the dirty stuff, for the rhythm stuff, he used a Diesel VH4 as well as a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. Now this is interesting. The guitars on the Chocolate Starfish Hot Dog Flavored Water were not Ibanez. He switched from 7-string to 6-string, and he recorded the whole album on a Master Guitars Cremona semi-hollow guitar, which can be seen in the My Generation music video. He did not use this guitar for the touring of this album. However, he then switched to Paul Reed Smith stuff, and he had a silver and a matte black Custom 24. Alright, so this brings us to a huge bracket of time from 2009 basically to the present. This is when Limp Bizkit departed from Wes Borland. They did Results May Vary, and then Wes Borland came back for the reunion in 2009, and this is when the whole band was kind of new again, you know what I mean? Like, it was like awesome to see Wes Borland back with Limp Bizkit, and he had a brand new look as well as brand new gear. Let's talk about it. So in 2005, Yamaha created a Wes Borland signature model, which can be seen a lot still to this day. It's a semi-hollow guitar. The model is the CV820 WB for Wes Borland, and it really was discontinued in the late 2000s because it wasn't really popular with the masses, but you can see Wes Borland still using this guitar today. But during the recording of Gold Cobra, Wes Borland became a Jackson artist. So from 2011 through the present day, you can see Wes Borland using a lot of Jackson guitars. You can see him with a Black Warrior, a White Warrior, a Rhodes V, and most notably, and with the one with the most mystique and kind of story behind it, is his Black and White King V. The story behind this guitar is it was a converted left-handed guitar. Jackson called up Wes Borland and said, hey, we have this guitar that was on custom order. The gentleman didn't want it. Are you interested? So when he got it, he saw that it was a left-handed flying V, or King V, excuse me, and rather than saying no thank you, he took it on as a project, rerouted the electronics, flipped around the nut, the headstock, the tremolo system, and then he created what is now his right-handed King V. If you not have seen the Me and My Guitar video, here's a picture of it, but that's where he goes in depth, and that's where I'm citing my sources, getting all that information. For amps now, he uses EVH amps. He uses the 100 watt 5153s. Here's a picture of him with those. Those are his go-to rhythm guitar amps. Alright guys, so that is Wes Borland's gear through the years. Man, it's tough getting through these, man. There's a lot of stuff to cover, especially with a band that has like 20 plus years under their belt. I try to get the main points down, and I don't want to spend a million, you know, hours and hours talking about each individual pedal, string gauges, string type, pickups. I get the main stuff out of the way, and I think it's the most interesting, so I like to touch on that stuff. If I missed something or if I got something wrong, hey, I'm not perfect. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know down below if in fact there is something incorrect or something you would like to add that I failed to mention about Wes Borland. Leave it down below in the comments. Leave down below in the comments who'd you like to see next that I do in this video series, Gear Through the Years. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'd love to get more and more of these gear videos out for you guys. If you like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button. If you're brand new, I'd really appreciate it. As always, dudes, stay metal. I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys next time.